In the early days of StarCraft 2, the competitive scene was frenzied. Not only were there players from around the world switching over from Brood War, or Warcraft 3, or Command & Conquer, or picking up StarCraft for the first time, but there was also a multitude of tournaments, each tournament seemingly crowning a king of StarCraft 2. But each supposed king reigned for only a moment before they were dethroned by the next king. And as many attempted to rise to greatness, only a few were able to rise to the top and stay there. NesTea was just such a player.
He's going to do a Marina CB rush. Good Boxer win the same way the Emperor used to here at the GSL.
And here we go, the Zerglings are out as well. He's got to try to surround these Marines, and there he goes! A beautiful surround! The drones are behind the Marines, they cannot micro! The Zerglings flanking everything, and the Zerglings come out and drop the drones going back to mine frantically. Will he be able to hold? NesTea with so many Zerglings here. He's just taking out everything, and Tasteless, it looks like we have our next GSL champion.
He's done it! That's gonna be game! GG! And more links streaming down here. And I could see, yes, inside the booth, the Boxer, his hands on his face, a crushing loss.
NesTea is our GSL Season 2 champion.
Beginning of StarCraft 2, Zerg was the weakest race. NesTea felt like the first real dominant player, I suppose.
NesTea was able to push the mechanics of early StarCraft 2, where mechanics were a little bit different than we know of them now, by knowing exactly what to do at any given time. He just immediately would think of something and he'd be able to do it.
Oh my god, 3 drones.
What?
You guys, we're just gonna have to learn together.
All right. Would it be funny if,
oh my god! Oh my god,
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen!
NesTea has a trillion IQ! This is why he raced to layer, this is why he wasn't mining gas!
Oh, this is so sick!
Woo! This is insane! He's so smart!
I've never seen this before in my entire life.
It's actually the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've seen cool stuff.
Unbelievable. I've been to coolhunter.com, sorry.
Because right now NesTea is taking a third base, getting his gases, making queens, making probes.
He will probably get the gateway as well. Yeah, he absolutely will.
He's going to get anything he wants because he's NesTea, the god of Zerg.
And I think if he loses the second Nexus, I would assume any pro will GG.
Yeah, he is coming out with as much as he can, but NesTea has too many Hydras. Hydras are terrible. Stop QQing. Kid's killing his second Nexus with him.
All right. Pretty brutal. If there are children in the room, I would suggest you have them leave. I don't think any child should be subjected to seeing
What if there's
somebody suffer like this.
Children are still hopeful.
All right, and here comes the GG.
GG.
He really was thought of as one of the early StarCraft galaxy brains. He was very, very good strategically. Not so much like a mechanical god, but just really brainy and very good at countering and preparing for his opponent. He was one of the earliest and strongest players at that sort of thing in StarCraft 2.
The couple things that I remember really seeing NesTea do, I remember watching the 4-0 of Inca and his literal perfect GSL run. I mean, if you talk about things that NesTea has done and no one else has done, I guess that's one of them, right? Is that NesTea actually did a perfect no map losses in an entire GSL, and that's actually crazy.
That's it. Yeah, the spine crawler's done. The hatchers have to go out. There is less than a 1% chance of a comeback here.
GG. NesTea becomes our GSL July champion. This is his third championship. He did not lose a single game. Not a single game.
We have never seen anything like this before in StarCraft 2.
It wasn't just a perfect GSL Code S run. NesTea actually started a win streak in the previous season, the 2011 May GSL. His win streak would continue into the next season for one more game, giving him 19 games in Code S without a map loss, making him the first 3-time Code S champion and the first player to win against all 3 races in the finals.
NesTea won the NesTea Award back in 2012, which was literally named after him because he was first player to be in Code S of GSL, so the tippy top, 10 seasons in a row.
At the highest level of every competitive field, consistency is difficult, and especially in the early days of StarCraft 2 when turnover was so high, there were many one-time champions. But NesTea achieved consistency. If you're good for a weekend, you can win a tournament. If you're good in a patch or in a season, you can win Code S. But you don't stay in Code S for 10 seasons in a row if you aren't truly above the rest. In 2013, DRG becomes only the third player to receive the NesTea Award, and including that season, there were 13 different Code S champions. NesTea's legacy lives on in his award, as over the decade of StarCraft 2, 19 players would receive it, including Deer in Season 2 of the 2020 GSL.
There are two things that come to mind when I think of big NesTea moments. So one of them is an amazing YouTube meme video, which is just about Artosis describing the expansive mind and universe that is self-contained within NesTea's brain.
We all live inside of NesTea's dream.
What?
I feel like NesTea is actually taking a nap somewhere, and inside his infinitely complex brain, he has created all of us. Think about all of your memories, everything that's ever happened to you. He dreamt all that for you, for me, for over 6 billion people on this planet, the entire history of Earth.
And the second one is the very, very famous so many Banelings moment that Artosis and Tasteless is commentating.
This might be our Baneling record here at GSL. Here we go!
And that is so many Banelings just rolling in here, trying to kill Thors with Banelings. NesTea, you are a psychopath, NesTea. I can't believe what I just saw. NesTea has just erased a quadrillion Thors with 5 quadrillion Banelings.
Over the course of 3 years, NesTea conquered the GSL 3 times and accrued nearly $250,000 in winnings. His consistency and his creative play make him truly a king of StarCraft 2.